22,000, I think we're near a double that. An absolutely marvellous expression of solidarity. 20 organisations supporting this, and more supporters coming as we've gone along. What I'd like to now do is call people from those organisations to come.
Hello, my name's Philip Norton. I'm the vicar of Eastern Family Centre, where we have refugees in our congregation, because refugees are welcome here. We're proud. We're proud to work with people of faith and people of no faith.
We don't have to flee if there are few safe cities who we can support them. Hi, I'm Kim. I'm from the Eastern Cowboys and Cowgirls. We're a sports and social club based in the Plough in Eastern. And one of our boys, one of our footballers, is at the moment detained at Gatwick with threat of deportation back to the Cameroon. He's been with us for 2 years. He's a really active member of our community. He works a lot with his local church, where he volunteers working with the homeless. He's a good guy. He will be in trouble if he gets sent back to Cameroon. So I'm asking you all, please, take a picture of me. Look on the Facebook page, Joel Must Stay. Hashtag it, post it, tweet it, talk about it, sign the petition. I'll be here, standing here with the petition, and other friends hanging around as well. There's a few cowgirls and cowboys knocking about. Please sign our petition. Please keep Joel in the country. He's a good man. He deserves the refuge. Thank you very much.
I'd now like to invite Jeremy Clark from Bristol Stop the War Coalition to talk about some of these issues just for a couple of minutes.
Thanks a lot, everybody. It's obviously a big day for men in their mid-60s called Jeremy, or the other Jeremy, as I know. This is an absolutely fantastic turnout, and it's testament to the open-minded generosity of people across the city and across the country. And we should contrast that with the mean-spirited, cynical opportunism of our government. Saying that they will accept 20,000 refugees over 5 years will make no impact on the problem. Let's be clear, Cameron and his friends are refusing to take any of the tens of thousands of desperate people who are streaming across Europe from the Middle East and North Africa. None of them. This is despite the fact that most of these people are fleeing conditions caused by illegal wars that British governments have enthusiastically launched and encouraged in Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, Syria, the Yemen, just to name a few.
I don't think we've got any MPs here, but we have got a number of councillors from different political parties, and I'd like to invite one of them to come and speak now.
My name is Councillor Afzal Shah, representing Eastern Ward. I think everybody has been touched by the sad, tragic pictures of young Ayaan Kurdi. Nobody comes to this country or to Europe as a choice. Who is actually going to sit in a boat, in a dinghy, knowing full well that they could lose their life in those dangerous waters trying to make it across to Europe? I think the bigger question here is locally. Bristol is a city of sanctuary. Where is the mayor today? Where's George Ferguson? I want to know.
I think that's connected with the fight to allow refugees into the country is the fight against austerity, because we mustn't fall for the idea that we can't afford it. There is a strike going on at the moment of local teachers against austerity, and I'd like to invite one of their representatives, Anne Lemon, to come and speak about that.
One of the things I'd like to say first of all is that there are two statistics. 4 million people have fled from Syria in terror. Cameron tells us that we can take 11 people a day. That's what the 20,000 comes into. 11 people a day. And the reason is because our public services are at a stretch. Housing is at a stretch. That's true, but that's not the problem or the fault of asylum seekers, migrants or refugees. That's the problem of a capitalist system which is let the rich get richer and ordinary people have to pay for it.
So we might not have any MPs here, but I'm one of the members of Youth Parliament for the city. I became involved with the Calais Refugee Solidarity Bristol group about a week ago. They are the people that have been taking your unwanted stuff to Calais. They're the people who've been having sleepless nights trying to organise it, trying to make sure we're getting volunteers to the right places. We have a stall just over there. If you could go and show some support, some money, just take a leaflet, anything. Calais Refugee Solidarity Bristol. It's not even a charity, it's not an organisation, it's a group of people with compassion. That's it. I'm currently working on organising a big schools fundraiser. So teachers, get involved, students, get involved, come and speak to me. Schools are notorious for being the best places to fundraise, so we're going to do it 28th of September, starting that week. We're going to do a week of hard grafting and fundraising and getting money for the desperate human beings that are at our borders.
Hello everyone, my name's Sam, I'm with the Bristol Skipchin. Thank you. As a lot of you might know, we're primarily an anti-food waste campaign. Just to add to the statistics that people are saying about housing, at the moment in the UK we still waste 15 million tonnes of food a year that could be used to feed refugees and anyone. So that, I mean, there's enough food in this country. There's never been more bedrooms per capita ever as of 2015. There's enough bedrooms.
Invite Councillor Hibak Jama and the new Labour candidate for Mayor, Marvin Rees.
Hello there everyone, I just want to start off by saying I am so inspired to see so many Bristolians here today coming together on this very important issue. Myself, I was a refugee. I came to this country aged 2 from Somalia with my father. We spent some time in a refugee camp in Ethiopia, and so whilst I don't remember what it was like to actually be there, I have seen the pictures and it has been, well, in my opinion, it is horrendous that there are children at this moment in time going through that very same thing. And the stance that David Cameron has taken to only allow 20,000 refugees over the course of the next Parliament, I think is a complete and utter disgrace. I think it is the equivalent of turning away a 2-year-old me and an elderly man, my father, from this country, and I can't think of anything more inhumane, I can't think of anything more cruel to send people back to a place that they're telling you they're being persecuted within. These are not economic migrants, these are not people who are coming over here to claim the dole, they are running for their life in every sense of the word. I think
I'd just like to say that coming to an event like this is such an affirmation of the kind of city we actually want to be. Growing up in Bristol, just from my background and where I'm from, it was often a difficult relationship. There was a time when it was dangerous for people like me and where I grew up to come into the city centre on a weekend after 5 o'clock. It was physically dangerous. But a gathering like this, saying that refugees are welcome, people from other countries are welcome, people who are different to the types of people that we are welcome here, is such an important statement, and one does so much to help me reconcile with my own city and my own history here. So I just want to say thank you all for being here and congratulations for that. I think too, and I just want to say that's something that we need to hold and we need to impress upon Bristol. Secondly, I mean, I've got my own family now. You know, I've got a 5-month-old, a 5-year-old, and a 7-year-old, and the pictures we've seen. That's when politics gets real. And it is one thing about asking people to make personal commitments, and that is absolutely essential. But we must remember too, we must go upstream and remember that what we're seeing is the consequence of bad politics. And the response has to be good politics. And the thing that actually is painful to see is that our political leadership, offering a miserly 4,000 people a year, in a country that is wealthy. If you can't do good stuff with your politics, what's your politics for?
The first thing I really want to do is give everyone here a round of applause for being here. This is absolutely amazing. I'm completely moved to the point of possibly not being able to speak right now. The message that we send out is very, very clear, that refugees are welcome here. So I'm here to speak as a member of the Bristol People's Assembly. My name's Susan, and we're a really active and diverse group of people here in Bristol and also connected nationally, campaigning against the Tory austerity and cuts to welfare. And we're here in quite large numbers to show our solidarity to all refugees and those fleeing poverty and war. So what has austerity policies got to do with the refugee crisis, the scapegoating of immigrants, and the crisis of the NHS and other social services and racism in this country? I think we all know a lot of those, but just to reiterate some of what's been discussed or mentioned so far. So the government tries to blame immigrants and refugees for problems with housing, national health, the National Health Services, social servicing. But it's the cutting of these public services, it's the cutting of their funding and their privatisation, not refugees and migrants are to blame.
How aghast they are, the political elites, to see that actually tens of thousands of people are not indelibly racist. This idea which has been tucked down our throats for years, that you can't, you have to, pander to the worst of human instincts and motives to compete with the Tories over immigration because everyone's just inevitably racist. Actually, it turns out they're not. This is incredibly important.
I'd like to speak.
Hi everybody, my name is Isam Karaka from Syria. I'm just arrived before 4 months here in UK, and it's lovely country, something, and lovely gathering here. It's really hard things to explain how I feel right now with such a lovely audience, lovely. Oh my God! Excuse me for my English. I'm really impressed. I'm really touched.
Hey, it's fantastic that everyone is here today, and we're really, really delighted that everyone is. It's given me one of the most brilliant days I think I've ever had to see you guys here. So thank you very, very much. I think we have been going since 2009, supporting asylum seekers who are refused and destitute in Bristol. And we need your help to continue to do that. Many people are asking how they can support refugees. Can they open their homes to refugees? Well, in terms of Syria, you can support the campaign that is currently happening from Citizens UK to bring more refugees to Bristol. We're asking for 50. That's about 10 families. We're not talking about very much here. We're going to try and get more. So please support that campaign. What we need for that is landlords. If you are a landlord, or you know a landlord, or you feel like buying another house, then...
The organisers recently sounded a bit like Darth Vader, so I think we'll probably, the Empire is struck back. I think we'll make this the last speech from Nigel Costley, who's Secretary of the Southwest Trade Union Congress.
It's more like a Dalek, isn't it? Even Daleks welcome refugees.